A major announcement today for the Shops at Palm Desert. An LA company that owns several malls throughout the nation has just purchased the 41-year-old mall. The price and terms of the sale were not disclosed. We have team coverage for you. Our Miyoshi Price joins us from outside the mall with reaction from shoppers and business owners on the purchase. We'll hear from her in just a moment. But first, today I interviewed the city's Director of Economic Development, Eric Ceja, about the new ownership and what it means for our valley. Eric, what can you tell us about the mall's new ownership?
Yeah, so we're excited that the mall has new ownership. Really, the city has been closely monitoring this site since the previous owners vacated the site about 2 years ago. And so to have a new ownership in place is quite welcome news. We're hoping that there's additional investment back into the property and definitely a responsible owner that can address some of the tenant needs that are there and some of the improvements that need to happen to the site.
What can you tell us about the LA-based real estate investment company?
Yeah, so what we know so far, they met with us earlier this year, again, because the city's been quite proactive in trying to find new ownership for the mall site. You know, the city's actually partnered with a national firm to look at recruiting a new developer or owner for the site. We hosted a developers forum, trying to put out information about the site and bring interest to it. The Pacific Group met with us earlier this year, expressed their interest. I think they also have kind of a local connection here to the Coachella Valley, as well as Los Angeles region as a whole. And so they were very interested and knew the area quite well, understand the position that Palm Desert's in terms of its retail sector and kind of the offerings that we already have, and wanting to participate in that.
I know it's still early in the redevelopment process, but any thoughts or hopes on what will happen?
Yeah, right now, there really isn't a redevelopment plan in place. What we have done is looked at kind of national models for how malls have redeveloped kind of over the past decade. That includes infilling a lot of the parking space with new uses, typically additional housing that would come into the site, maybe hospitality or hotel uses as well, and of course some open space or programmable space that would keep people at the site itself.
What do you think ultimately this will mean for Palm Desert and the Coachella Valley as a whole?
You know, I think the opportunity is quite exciting to think that there could be a mall redevelopment here in the Coachella Valley that really looks at new uses and new mixes and how to create some synergy around a specific development. I really think the opportunity for Palm Desert is to solidify itself as, again, as the retail center for the Coachella Valley, looking at new uses and how to be innovative around these types of development. And I think that's the exciting opportunity we have.
Any thoughts on the timeline or when you would like to see all this take shape?
Yeah, I think in terms of a timeline, we are looking a few years out. The acquisition was just announced this morning. We understand that there's a number of steps to get to any sort of redevelopment process, including a lot of public outreach, some strategy and financing around how that redevelopment might take place, and of course the whole planning process to get there. So we imagine we're a couple of years out before you see significant changes out there.
All right, Eric, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.